3 rock fishermen have died after they were swept into the sea in the New South Wales Illawarra region. Reporter Rani Hayman joins us now from Port Kembla. Good morning, Rani. What happened overnight?
Good morning. Well, that's right. We've heard the news here today that tragically 3 men died overnight. They were rock fishing here down at what's called Hill 60 at Port Kembla in the New South Wales Illawarra region. Just to my left there, you can see some of the rock platforms here that people go fishing off. So those 3 men were here fishing overnight. Emergency services were called here just after 10 p.m. They got here within about 8 to 10 minutes and they immediately started searching for those people. Initially, 5 people had been swept off the rocks here. 2 of those people managed to make it back onto the platform safely, but tragically, as we heard, 3 of those people have died. Now, we know that 2 of those people were 2 men aged 45 and 49. They're from Green Valley in Sydney's west, and they are from the same family. The other person is a 69-year-old man who's from Campsie in Sydney's southwest. And obviously, last night there were tragic scenes here. There were witnesses here who had seen what had happened. There were a number of rock fishermen here, and some of those families were also here. So we heard from the acting commander of Lake Illawarra Police District, Gordon Dunlop, earlier on today. Here's what he had to say.
Just a timely warning to everybody. The location that people do fish in, on these outcrops where it's very close to the sea and on a point or a headland, unfortunately the weather does change sometimes and the waves can become quite dangerous for those on the surface of the rocks.
So what's been the response from the emergency services today?
Yeah, so this morning there was a huge emergency service operation underway here. Initially, witnesses did tell police that they were unsure as to whether there were other people who may have been swept off the rock platform last night. So emergency services were here at first light, seeing if there was anyone else who may have been swept off the rock platform. Luckily, they did hear that everyone was accounted for and everyone was safe. So police were just scouring the area along with marine rescue and other emergency services here in the area, just trying to retrieve any personal items that had been left by those people who did pass away here. But this area here, I was speaking to some residents who come down here quite a lot for fishing, and they were saying that this area is notorious for those big waves. It is notorious for people occasionally being swept off the rocks here, and they've said that it really is an area where people do have to look out and be careful. Here's what a few of them had to say.
It's normally a really good area. It was unfortunate what happened last night. The water, it's unpredictable. Yeah, unfortunate. It's, you can't really know what's going to happen.
That is the risk of fishing nearby, because the waves are really, you can't tell sometimes,
Yeah, as he said there, those waves can be unpredictable here. So there were a lot of upset families and upset witnesses who were here last night. But today there are a few people who have come down here to the beach and are having a swim. It's obviously the long weekend, but really the message from authorities is to stay aware of what can happen when you do come fishing on these rock platforms and to look out for one another.
Reporter Rani Hayman, thank you very much.